My name is Ed McDonald. I'm the sponsor of the CF-104 exhibit here at the Alberta Aviation Museum. I first fell in love with airplanes when I was about 12 years old, grade 5, grade 6, somewhere in that range. I've just had a fascination with aviation, with aircraft, with flight, particularly from an engineering perspective. It defined my career in terms of after I finished high school, I went on to do an engineering degree at the University of Alberta, mechanical engineering, sort of more or less focusing on aviation or aeronautical related subjects. I was an engineering officer in the Air Force for a period of time. Then I cross-trained to a pilot, and I've just retired recently after 40-odd years of professional flying. And I've also transitioned back to being an engineer, working in the aviation-related business again, this time using the most advanced technology in aviation navigation, and that is a global positioning system, or GPS. When I was an engineering officer at 418 Squadron here in Edmonton, way back when, they sent me to Cold Lake one summer as a work term or on the job training term, and that's where the CF-104 training base was, 417 Squadron. And then the following summer I was sent over to Baden, Germany, where Canada had its CF-104 squadrons based as part of NATO. I was fortunate enough to spend about 15 hours in the back seat of a 104 flying around, and so that sort of started a love affair with the 104. I find it just an amazing piece of engineering and technology in that aircraft. Why it flies and how it flies baffles me sometimes when you look at those stubby little wings. When they were first trying to purchase the aircraft and refurbish it, in conjunction with Airspray and the Hamilton family, my engineering business contributed some money to that. And then more recently, I was asked to sponsor the aircraft on an ongoing basis for the museum as a means for the museum to raise some money to not only help maintain that aircraft and build the display island around it, but also to help with the general operation funds that the museum requires to operate on a day-to-day basis. I'm an Edmonton boy. Grew up here, went to university here, came back to Edmonton and lived in Edmonton. And Edmonton, of course, has a rich aviation heritage, and a particularly rich aviation heritage at, well, what used to be called Blatchford Field, Edmonton Municipal Airport, City Centre Airport, no matter what you want to call it. And this museum preserves some of that important history from that time.